بەناوی خوای گەورە و میهرەبان خۆشەویستان لا بابەتێشتر دێنە سەر Sunrise 9 Unit 7 Review Students Book and Activity Book Sunrise Zeno Unity Have پێدا چوونەوە کتێبی قوتابی و کتێبی چاڵاکی Read and choose the best words لێرەدا ئەو پاسەجە دەخوێنینەوە و وشەکان کەوا بۆی گونجاوە هەڵدەبژێرین Music now vote result It's amazing, isn't it? Rob Townsend, the festival organizer, said Dublin and Auckland got the same number of votes. This has never happened before. Has never happened before. I'm a pistol now. We may have to vote again. Last night at the end of festival party, the musicians voted to decide where the festival will be next year, in Dublin or Auckland. Both cities had دو شارەکە چونکە باسی دوو شار دەکا Dublin and Auckland. Both cities have a great music scene and both are by the sea. And the musicians couldn't choose between them. This is the first time that this has ever happened. It was easier to choose the star musician for the festival. It had to be Jade, said Dave from Liverpool. She's fantastic, isn't she? چونکە باسی is دەکا بۆیە تا کوێشنەکەش isn't she ئەگەر بیگوت باش she was دەتگۆ wasn't she. Jade's prize was a CD of all the festival music. There was also a festival competition with a prize of a week's holiday on the Isle of Skye. I thought some of the questions might be too difficult questions. Zedima Kitson. The two people got them all right, Danny and Rosanna. They were really good, weren't they? So they both had to answer one more question. What is the population of Edinburgh? And they both got the answer right. 425,000. So they are going to share the prize and have 3 days holiday each. They've never been in Skye and they are very excited. So where will the next Music Now festival be? Wait and see, said Rob Townsend. Some people think that the festival may be in Edinburgh again next year. Yes, please. Number 2, listen and add question tags to show that you are sure. Dana is Kurdish, isn't he? They can attack questions. Dana Kurdawanya. Dana is Kurdish, isn't he? Dana is Kurdish, isn't he? Edinburgh is a wonderful city. Edinburgh is a wonderful city, isn't it? Bo itman bakainatsko Edinburgh it. Emma and Mike are both 16. Emma and Mike had your chance the sal. Emma and Mike are both 16. Aren't they? They chunka awan arman bakainatsko dukas. Dave and Mike were in danger. Dave and Mike la khatar bun la ترسناچی بون. Dave and Mike were in danger, weren't they? وانبو. Rob was at the party. Rob لحفلة بو. Rob was at the party, wasn't he? وانبو. We're good at English. Emma bashing l'Inglisi. We're good at English, aren't we? Number 3, ask and answer. سيادتك والام دديو. Mike win a prize. ضرب. Has Mike ever won a prize? أجد ضربي دانابو. Has Mike ever won a prize? كاتك كتبر سياد أو جملة. Has Mike ever won a prize? أيا Mike قد لا خەڵاتی بردوتەوە تا ئێستا no he hasn't بۆ نۆی دانە چکە زەربە ئەگەر سەح بوو دەڵێ Jade ride a horse has Jade ever ridden a horse Jade قەت سواری ئەسب بووە پشتی ئەسب yes she has Nelson go to a carnival has Nelson ever been or has Nelson ever gone to a carnival yes he has Dana visit Holyrood Palace has Dana ever visited Holyrood Palace no he hasn't Dana قەت چوویتە کۆشکی Holyrood سەردانی کردووە نەخێر Rob lose his bag has Rob ever lost his bag ئایا قەت جانتاکەی ون کردووە Rob no he hasn't نەخێر Dave and Mike fly in a helicopter have Dave and Mike ever flown fly دەبتە چی flown have Dave and Mike ever flown in a helicopter yes they have now write sentences Mike has never won a prize Mike قەت خەڵاتی نەبردوتەوە Okay, for ask and answer. Funny film C. What's the funniest film you have ever seen? Funny چی لێدێ؟ دەبتە funniest. Why دەبتە IEST? Funniest. Film. واتە comedy ترین film. You have ever seen. C دەبتە seen. Past participle. Bad film C. What's the worst? Bad دەبتە چی؟ Worst. Bad, worst. What's the worst film you've ever seen? See دەبتە seen. What's the worst film you've ever seen? خراپترین فیلم تا ئێستا دیت بێت. Long book read. What's the longest book you've ever read? What's the longest book? درێژترین کتاب you've ever read تا ئێستا خوێندبوویتەوە. Hot place visit. What's the hottest place you've ever visited? Hot دەبتە hottest گەرمترین double T اینجا EST شیلۆ زیادەکەین لۆ double T چکە بزوێن هەیە لە ناوەڕاست place you have ever visited واتە پێش پیتیکۆتە good song here what's the best good دەبتە چی best what's the best song you've ever heard خۆشترین گۆرانی تا ئێستا گوێ لێ بوو بێ exciting gameplay what's the most exciting most وەردەگری بۆ چونکە دوو بڕگەیە یا دوو بڕگە زیاتر What's the most exciting game you have ever played? Nice present have. What's the nicest? Nicest. Tana is ST. Present you have ever had. Right sound is using all or both. All or both bakar bene lera. Parrot, ostrich, penguin. They are all birds. Hamuyan balanden. Football, tennis, they are both sports. لبروی دوشتا دلی both sports. هادو چند ورزش. Drummer, guitarist, they are both musicians. دوشتا دو کسا هادو چند موسیقاجن. House, castle, palace, they're all places where people live. همویان شوێنن کەوا خەڵکیلیان لێدەژی. خانوو، قەڵا، پاڵاس، کۆشک. Milk, coffee, tea, they're all drinks. همویان خواردنەوەن. Milk, coffee, tea, they're all drinks. Stomach, chest, معدە یازک لەگەڵ sing, they are both parts of the body. هەر چند بەشن لە شەی ئینسان، جەستە ئینسان. English Kurdish, they are both languages. هەر دووچیان زمان. Hot, warm, cold, they are all adjectives describing the temperature. همویان ئاوەڵ ناون وەصفی play گەرمی دەکەن. Cupboard, desk, bed, they are all types of furniture. کەلوپەلی ماڵن. Edinburgh, Dohog, they are both cities. هەردووچیان شارن. Correct these sentences. ئەم ڕستانە ڕاست دەکەیەوە. بۆ نمونە دەڵێ Rob is the festival organizer, isn't it? Rob is the festival organizer, isn't it? باسی Rob دەکا لێرە دەڵێ isn't it. ئەو ئیتە غەڵەت. لەبەرەوەی باسی شەخص دەکا دەڵێ isn't he? Have ever you been to Scotland? Have you ever, نەک have ever you. Have you ever been to Scotland. قد لسكولن دابوي. None of we have seen Nessie. None of us, not none of we. None of us. None of us have seen Nessie. It's كاملة إما ناسي ما نديتوا. Jade and Dave are all guitarists. Jade and Dave are all guitarists now. Jade and Dave are both guitarists. باسی دوو کەس دەکات. Jade لەگەڵ Dave. دەڵێ both هەردووچیان guitar ژەنن. This is the nice present I've ever had. The nicest, neck nice. The nicest present. جوانترین هەدیە I've ever had. Find the odd word. وشەی نامۆمان هەیە لێرە. There are brilliant, fantastic, fabulous, terrible. Brilliant, fantastic, fabulous, terrible. طبعا terrible وشەی نامۆیە بۆ. The others are positive words. ئەوانیت کە positive ئەرێن. Brilliant, fantastic, fabulous. هەر سێکی واتە ناوازە و گەشاوە جوان. بەڵام terrible ترسناک. Spoke, flew, broken, saw. Broken. Why broken? This is a past participle. Broken, past participle. في المعنى سيما. But the others are past simple. بەڵام ئەوانیت کە ڕابردووی ساددەن. Speak, spoke. Fly, flew. See, saw. بەڵام ئەوان break, broke, broken. Kurdish, Spain, Brazil, Ireland. Kurdish. This is language, but the others are countries. ئەوانە هەر سێکیان وڵاتن بەڵام Kurdish زمانە. Ride, climb, break, see. Climb. بۆ climb. Climb, this is regular in the past tense. Climbed. Climbed دەبتە climbed بەڵام ئەوانە هەر سێکیان وشە شازەکانن. Irregular verb ئەوانە بەڵام ئەوان regular بە ئیدی دەبتە ڕابردوو بەڵام ئەوانە بە ride, rode, break, broke, see, saw. But the others are irregular. Ride, rode, ridden, break, broke, broken, see, saw, seen. Sea, lake, ocean, island. Island, this is land surrounded by water. Island, the others are all areas of water. Our sea, water, دریا. Lake, دریاچە. Ocean, oceanus. ئەوان هەر سێکیانەوە بەڵام island دوورگەیە. Test each other. Who said it? Who said I can't stand old buildings? چێ گوتی من تحملی بینا کۆنەکان ناکەم یان حەزم پێیان نییە. It was Dave, wasn't it? It was Dave, wasn't it? Or Dave وانیە. Okay, 9. Poem. دێنە سەر شعر. I'll read the poem. شعرەکە دەخوێنیەوە. The words in italics ئەو وشانەی کەوا italics واتە خوار کراونەوە are the opposite of the correct words. Read the poem. The words in italics are the opposite of the correct words. Try to correct them. ئەوانە italics غەڵەتن دەڵێ ڕاستیان کەوە. Dublin. Have you ever been in Dublin? You can fly there any night. Any night, any day. You can fly there any day. It's a really ugly city. It's a really pretty city. Not ugly city. It's only ugly pretty. And it's bad for work and play. It's good for work and play. You might walk along a leafy stroll in St. Stephen's Park. Or if you want some quiet and fun, some noise and fun, Temple Bar after light, after dark. There are boring things to do. Interesting thing. It's only boring, interesting things to do. Museums you might see. Old buildings in the Georgian style, in cafes to drink tea. Have you ever been in Dublin? You really have to go. It's waiting for your visit now. Its beauty is all on show. Okay, استعدينا سر كتابي تصالاتشي review پێداچوونەوەی have. Look back at Unit 7 and complete Lesson 1. Jade's brother is in Auckland. Jade's brother is in Auckland, isn't he? Jade's school Jade's school band was the Janglers. wasn't it? That's it. Well, Mike has been to Skye. Mike went to Skye last year. Dublin and Edinburgh are both wonderful cities. Maddie says the best thing about Dublin is the cafes. For Auckland is New Zealand's third large city. The population of Dublin is 1 million. Correct it, this sentence. Estarstakhan Razdakainawa. Jade is the star musician of the festival, isn't it? Jade is the star musician of the festival, isn't she? Nek, isn't it? Bochunka Jade, Kitsa, Kabdala, isn't she? I've ever enjoyed myself so much. I've never, nek ever. I have never enjoyed myself so much. None of they had any money. None of them, nek none of they. None of them had any money. Maddie, Jay, Rosanna, Dana, Annie, and Nelson are both going home. Basi خلیاقت تشکیلت کودلی both. Maddie, Jay, Rosanna, Dana, Annie, and Nelson are all going home. This is the bestest, namazania bestest, party I have been to. This is the best party I've been to. Nek bestest. Okay, complete the second sentence so that it means the same as the first sentence. The letter stay duam tawak tawak haman manay rostay yakam begin. I'm sure you're looking forward to going home. I'm sure dalniam you're looking forward to baparoshi malawi tsuno malawa. You're looking forward to going home, aren't you? To baparoshi malawi wanya? I'm sure the song was called I Can See Clearly Now. Mandalniam goranya kanawi I Can See Clearly Now. The song was called I Can See Clearly Now, wasn't it? Rosanna hasn't ever been on TV. Rosanna has never been on TV. Rosanna قد لتلفزيون نبو. Rosanna هرگز لتلفزيون نبو. هل چیک معنی؟ Have you visited London at any time in your life? قد سرجانی لندن کردی لهیچ کاتێک لە ژیانت؟ Have you ever visited London? Have you visited London any time هر کاتێ in your life لە ژیان؟ Have you ever visited London? تا ئێستا سەرجانی لندن کردووە لە حیاتت. I've never seen a better concert. This is the best concert I've ever seen. I have never seen a better concert. Concerti باشترم نبینیو. This is the best concert I've ever seen. باشترین کنسرت کردیم. Auckland is on the coast and so is Dublin. Auckland and Dublin are both on the coast. Auckland let Canarawa لسر Canarawa هروها Dublinish. Auckland and Dublin both on the coast. هر جوچان لا سر Canara. Okay, number 4. Number 4, read and complete for each number 115. Choose word A, B, C, or D. خوشویستان لیره A یا B یا C دادنین لوانا کوا حل من کردیو همویان بونه یکم B دوام A سیم D بوشیوه استا دی خوانی نوا passageaka. An MNX special. In the 45-year history of the British top 10 pop charts, the girls have never had it so good. The fantastic success of the Spice Girls and singers like Celine Dion has changed the music scene, but are more change needed. Girls bands like All Saints look good, sound good, and make interesting music. A London DJ said that the truth is that they are better than boy bands like Boyzone. In the future, we'll see more and more girl bands, but not everyone agrees. It doesn't matter if it is a girl band or a boy band. A well-known radio DJ said, "For me, it is the music that is important, not who is singing it." One problem that girl bands have had in the past is that the managers and A&R people at record companies are often men. Men control record companies, the girl singers said angrily, and they choose who makes the records. But the Spice Girls have made people talk about girl power, which isn't such a bad thing. And there are lots of the other girl bands who are just as good as them, but haven't been lucky yet. What we need are more women in record companies. We talked to one successful woman record company manager. I had to learn to talk about football because that was all the men in the company were interested in. She said, at my last job interview, I started talking about Arsenal and I got the job. Everyone has heard of these Spice Girls, but they haven't sold as many records as Celine Dion. With sales of more than 50 million, she's the most popular woman singer in the world, a manager at her record company said. Her CD fallen into the sold 25 million copies around the world and 2.5 million in Britain. All saying success began with Never Ever in 1997. It was hard at the start. One of the bands said we did a lot of things that we didn't want to do. We were younger then and people told us what to do. But now things have changed and we are doing our own thing. At the end of the day, it's all about music, isn't it? Finally, we spoke to one of the people who work with the Spice Girls. Things are going in the right direction. There are more women in the top parts and in record companies now than before. There is still a long way to go. I can't believe it is the start of the 21st century and men still control the music scene. We need much more girl power. لێرە داهاتینە کۆتایی ئەو دوو ڕێڤیوە Students Book and Activity Book بە هیوای سەرکەوتن شێر و لایک و سەبسکرایبتان لەبیر نەچێ خۆشەویستان.